Hello. Welcome to the Don Folasko Entertainment Podcast. I am Benjamin Mansour, and I'm joined by my friend and partner, Mr. Hassan Al-Kholi. Tell them a joke, Hassan.
Told him not to touch me there.
Ha ha! Yes! Tell another joke.
I told him not to touch me.
Okay. Glen Tyndale.
Good things. Pinot Grigio.
Sure has.
It's the best way to drink from a plastic wine bottle, straight from the bottle.
Yeah. Welcome back to the Don Folasko TV podcast. We are sponsored by Good Thing Wine, and we're shooting today in a little hotel near you.
We got the little, I don't know what the biscuit, it looks like it's ketchup, but it's actually biscuits.
Lotus biscuits.
Yeah.
I'm Benjamin Mansour.
I'm Hassan Al-Kholi.
And we're going to guide you through this
train wreck of a podcast.
Of
Especially if we finish this whole bottle of good things
this
to
little
ourselves.
tiny bottle of wine.
It's fucking teeny tiny, man. How you doing, Ben? You good?
I'm 2 wines in, man.
Good week.
Yeah, really good week, thank you.
Yeah.
I made it through.
Yeah.
No attempts on my life this week.
The hood is mad.
The hood's changed, dude.
You know what I mean?
It's changing.
It's crazy. You get any time you can get fucking molested at a bus stop. It's the wall.
Stopwatch.
Where did you take that from?
I don't know.
It's the hood, isn't it? Was that you were like?
I had it around my neck.
It's kind of like.
I just forgot about it.
It's kind of like Flava Flav, but like for the 20th century.
For the 20th century.
So
like, that's the 1998 Flava Flav.
It's like, yo, there's some time here, but it might be my time. It might be.
It's definitely my time.
There's some time.
Do you know? I once saw Flava Flav. I think you were actually there.
Yeah.
I once saw Flava Flav, and a man asked him if he could buy his clock off of him.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember seeing it.
He was like, no. He said, "Does a chicken have lips?" That's what he said. And the man was like, "I don't know, don't think so." And the guy was like, "No, you're not allowed to buy my clock."
I remember that exchange.
Flava Flav is a joker. I think he gives a shit about those clocks.
But I mean,
do you think Flava Flav is like a mad hatter, and at home he just has walls and walls of clocks?
Yeah, he could be. But I don't understand why he's never come out with like a cuckoo clock. Like I think that would be like fucking.
That would be cool.
That would be the cool one. Yeah, exactly. But I do remember that exchange. I remember thinking like, wow, that is weirdly disrespectful to ask Flava Flav, who's known for having a clock around his neck.
Buy his clock.
You buy his clock. It's like declocking him.
Yeah.
And then what? The guy's just gonna run around the rest of the night with Flava Flav's clock.
Yeah.
Flava Flav's clockless. Flava Flav doesn't know what fucking time it is.
I know.
The guy, he's gonna have to ask this guy he's never met before the time
Tell
every
Flava
time.
Flav to not know what time it is. That's crazy. He would make a clock hold of Flava Flav.
He would fuck the clock and make Flava Flav watch it.
Make Flava Flav watch him. Yeah. Make Flava Flav watch him fuck his clock.
Talk about fucking about with your time, mate.
Hey.
That's what Good Things does. Is it makes it come up with puns. Nicely.
Okay, so in today's episode, we're very light on content.
Yes.
We've had the
a lot of
two
this.
content-heavy episodes. Today, we're just drinking wine, feeling fine.
I like that.
We do have a few things to talk about, though. I went to go watch Le Mans 66 yesterday. And let me tell you right now, that's a good movie.
Le Mans, isn't that like Le Mans class? I hear that.
No, it's so Le Mans.
I've never heard of it.
So Le Mans is a race that lasts 24 hours in France.
What, the Tour de France?
It's like the Tour de France, but instead of on bicycles, you do it on cars.
Like
drive for 24 hours.
Cannonball Run.
Like the Cannonball Run, exactly like the Cannonball.
I only understand things through like other cultural references.
Well, that is I mean that's how all people exclusively understand it.
That's true. So it's like Cannonball Run meets not
Ernest Goes to Hollywood.
Yeah. I don't even know my own cultural references, bro. It's something. Is it a thing? Because then I understand. If it's a thing, then like my brain can get that it's a concept up here.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
There.
So what it is, the type of thing that it is it's a movie.
With images. Is that what it is?
Pictures.
Yeah, picture land.
It stars Matt Damon and Christian Bale.
Damn, I've never thought I'd see them two in a movie ever together.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know why ever. It's not like I had a fantasy or anything about them two being in a film naked or anything.
Yeah. They're not naked in this film. They don't get naked.
Well, I guess it's a film I won't be watching.
It's not for you, but it's really really good, man. It stars these two powerhouse actors in a very light entertainment movie. I like it when movies are quite light and entertaining. I don't particularly like it when there's heavy subject matter. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's very light, very light. Comedy? It's not. No, it's just not really anything. Just nice things happen the whole way through until the end.
It's like super bad.
It's like the Holocaust. It's like it's filmed during the Holocaust.
And they don't know where they're at.
The film is set in Poland during the Holocaust, but it has nothing to do with the Holocaust. And then at the end, they stumble into a concentration camp.
Nice.
So the end
that's why it's called
Le Mans.
Le Mans,
because it's like truly harrowing stuff.
Yeah.
It's about man's cruelty to man.
All right. So what are you gonna review it or?
Well, we've gone pretty far off the rails. I don't know.
Should we just get into
the film? I don't know if we continue talking about this fictitious film.
I thought you were gonna wait. You just made it up.
Yeah, there's not actually set during the Holocaust.
Oh no! I mean, I thought you were gonna talk about Le Mans.
Oh yeah, so the film. Okay,
what's it called? Firstly,
Le Mans.
Le Mans. What do you want me to call it? Because I don't want to keep like
Le Mans. Let's say Le Mans. Let's not change it. Let's decide on that. So Le Mans is a real deal race. Happens in France. I don't know if it happens anymore. Who cares? Racing for 24 hours.
Right.
And this film is about Ford, the car company, entering that race and wanting to be the number one boys. They hire.
It's like I literally said cross country, but I know it's.
Didn't say cross country.
Like it's like a rally race.
No, it's not like a rally race.
I don't know what it is. I'm trying to like get in on this conversation.
Trying to figure out what cultural reference are.
It's like literally just me and you in this conversation, and maybe the viewer. But I feel like I'm on the outside looking in. You know? That's how my brain is usually anyway. But yeah, so I still don't get what it is. But anyway, alright, so
Le Mans is a 24-hour race in France.
In cars.
Cars.
Yeah. Race
cars.
We got there. I got there. Okay.
It lasts 24 hours.
Cool.
Ford want to win the race.
Yeah, so they get involved.
So they hire Christian Bale and Matt Damon, two Hollywood actors, but not to actually build a car, but to act like they're building a car. To pretend to build a car.
Okay.
Because they're actors, they're not real. Yeah. But the characters they play, they build a car.
Is this based on a true story?
Based on a true story, yeah.
It seems like all the films nowadays are based on true stories.
Yeah, it's based on a true story. It's just easier. It's just easier that way.
The Joker.
Joker.
Yeah.
What We Did in the Woods.
Back to the Future 3.
Back to the Future 3. It's funny how Back to the Future 1 and 2 not based on true stories, but Back to the Future 3, for whatever reason, they decided that was the one.
They had to get Marty McFly's like great uncle in it or whatever it was, the Irishman.
Calvin Klein.
Fucking hell. But yeah, so okay, and then why would you say it's lighthearted? Is it just?
Let me tell you right now. I watched this film in the IMAX.
Okay.
You ever been to the IMAX?
Yes, big screen.
Big screen.
Big screen.
Bro, it almost blew my face off.
The sound is
unbelievable.
I can imagine the cars must have sounded like they were coming right for your face.
They sounded like the hiss of a gas chamber. No, I take that back.
I mean, it's set in
Auschwitz. So
you know
what can you do? It sounded like, honestly, like the cars were in my brain.
Shit. You know, I went to see Dunkirk at the IMAX.
Oh yeah? Harrowing.
And it was, I think, because they intentionally, I can't remember, Michael Mann, I don't think he directs it, but...
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher? It might be, yeah, the guy did Batman. They make the sounds of the planes, like, ultra terrifying, obviously to, like, depict the amount of fear the soldiers, or whoever the fuck was on the beaches, how fucking terrifying it must have been for, like, a plane to come in. But because I was in the IMAX, the sound was just like ultra extra screechy, and it was fucking like, even I was like, shit, there's a fucking.
It sounds like goddamn war. It sounds like war.
I was like, what is war, man? Like, people get down, but like,
it was unbelievable. It's so loud.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just what it is? Do you think it's not actually better sound? It's just louder.
It's just louder. Yeah. I sometimes. Do you ever like go to the cinema and you're like, just turn it down like a little bit, just a tiny bit.
I want them to hold next year's carnival at an IMAX cinema.
The whole thing, yeah.
The whole thing.
So you watch the carnival in the screen, and there's like, how do you mean?
Just the sound of because it's so loud, you know.
And you get to eat
you can
popcorn.
walk out. You can eat popcorn.
And you walk out after
people
15
would be talking.
minutes.
People would be talking all the way through that movie, though.
This wouldn't be fun, man.
It just wouldn't be fun. Anyway, so let me tell you about Christian Bale plays an Englishman, and what's funny about this film is I've never seen a man in a film more English than Christian Bale in this film. He's basically Austin Powers in this film. He's too funny.
Do you think
he's like a cool blimey? He is a cool blimey man, and he is drinking a cup of tea in every shot of him. Oh, he's even standing with, like, you know how English people in the 60s used to stand with like straight backs but hunched over like that? Yeah. That's how he walks the whole way through that film.
That's beautiful.
The trousers slightly too high on his feet and stuff.
Because he's a Welshman, yeah?
He is Welsh, yeah. Christian Bale's Welsh.
Do you think he's like caricaturing the English to take a piss out of him?
Maybe. Or maybe that's how the character was in real life.
Maybe. Yeah.
What was funny was there were scenes where he was talking to his wife.
Yeah.
And it just made me, for whatever reason, think of the time he beat his mum and sister in a hotel room.
What the fuck?
I have two. Is that a true story? Did I
fucking think you made that up.
Slander.
I was like thinking maybe you're talking about like, what was it, Little Women? I was like, maybe he did that in Little Women. Because he was like...
Was he in Little Women?
Wasn't he like the like everyone's love interest in that film?
Little Women?
Is it called Little Women?
What film are you talking... There is a film called Little Women, but...
It's like set in like the 18th century or something. 19th... I don't know, man. I'm making it... It's set in Auschwitz. Man.
Set in Auschwitz, man.
Another film set in Auschwitz. Schnell. But no, whatever. But yeah, no, he's a Welshman.
He is a Welshman.
He's proud of it.
Let me tell you though, I grew up in England. You grew up in England.
Mm-hmm.
What is unrealistic about this film is that the boy, Christian Bale's son, and Christian Bale have a very close relationship.
Okay.
And I would say that this has clearly been written by an American man, because as an Englishman, I can tell you right now that this boy and this dad talk more to each other in the 2-hour run of this film than most English people have spoken to their fathers in their entire life. I'll tell you that right now.
You're like, fucking hell, can you guys stop talking?
Like, I love you, Dad. I love you too, son. Except way more English than I just said.
Well, you know, maybe the Americans probably do have like a weird perception that we're like super duper quaint. But we're kind of not.
We are quaint as fuck.
We are a little bit. I don't know. Compared to Americans, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, Americans are quite...
mental.
Yeah, well, I mean... don't want to get into it. But,
Go on, tell us about Americans, Hassan.
I mean, what to not tell? That people don't already know. Fucking hell, you down there. I got more wine if you want.
Can I have some more wine?
It'll be from a bottle this time.
Well, I just drank it out of a bottle.
Nah,
You don't have any more little bottles?
Nah,
No, I can't drink out a big bottle.
Got big bottles. This one... don't even know.
Where are we getting all this wine from?
Smell it, man. Smell it. Smell it. I don't know.
Wow. When did you open that?
I can't remember, man. That's why I said smell it.
Whoa, you don't remember when you opened it? Was it in the last 2 weeks? Oh, Christ. Anyway, sorry. Americans think that English are quaint.
Yeah, I think, they are from a land which they stole, and and if you steal something, then you are probably inherently materialistic. No, materialistic.
Materialistic.
And because objects and things you think you can, they're like there's ownership.
You think that everything belongs to you?
Yeah.
It's like when rich people have no concept of ownership, so they just steal.
Yeah, exactly.
They just be like, ooh, I'll take that.
Yeah, exactly, because they think everything is free.
Because they never had to buy anything.
Yeah. And like
when Prince Andrew molested that 17-year-old.
It's probably the same thing going through his head. Yeah.
I can do whatever I want.
Do you know what's fucking weird?
Go on.
I was watching clips of Peep Show at work because that's what I do.
That's what they say. That's what I learned. That Big Sue's Big Sue's rich. She steals. Yeah,
no,
she doesn't
shit.
understand
Oh
stealing.
yeah, but shit. So what I did, I searched up Big Sue's, and just to see what she was up to.
You know, she's Claudia Winkleman's sister.
Do you know she's in the royal family? She married into
Johnson.
She married the Prince of Kent.
No, she didn't.
She fucking married the Prince
of Kent.
Yeah, we'll have it up here. Their wedding for OK.
Oh my God.
The OK fucking what was it? OK magazine fucking.
OK magazine had the rights to their wedding.
I don't know, some photos with them and a baby. But like I was fucking shocked, man. I was like, fuck, Big Sue's
is part of the royal family.
But she was posh as hell in the show. And
she's Claudia Winkleman's sister.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not as amazing as potentially being heir to the throne, bruv.
Imagine if Big Sue's became queen.
You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people would have to fucking perish. But it's possible.
People would have to die.
It's possible.
People would have to die. But I think a lot of people would be happy with Big Sue's than they would be with lots of other people.
It's true. Do you ever think how many people must die before you obtain the throne?
I don't think enough. I think there are too many people that would have to die for me to become king.
Should we try and find out?
How would we find out?
I got a gun. You got a shovel.
I have a bus pass.
Good enough, my friend. Let's get out there, man.
Do you think? And that's what it used to. What it used to be when we were kids.
Back in the medieval
700 years ago, all you had to do to become king was to kill the king. But that's what I was taught in school. But that's not actually true. You also have to have an army and the government.
Can you imagine? He's just like you're in his court. And you're just like, and then like a dude just fucking lops your head off within a fraction of a second. It's not like you kill him and he's like, oh, and then they're like, oh hell, the new king.
What would happen is you would run in with a fucking like a toothbrush that you sharpened in the fucking toilet. Run in and like stab him 17 times. And as the axe was coming to lop your head off, the king would die and they'd have to drop that axe and declare you the king.
They're like, why did no one else do that?
Otherwise, what would happen is when that guy, the soldier, lopped your head off, they would just declare him the king.
King, yeah.
But then he had a fucking target on his back.
Yeah, man. That's why he'd have to drop the axe, because he wouldn't be able to handle the pressure.
Imagine.
It's like, thank fuck I didn't cut that guy's head off. Or else I'll be king.
I'll be king. Now I'm his faithful servant.
Now I have to fucking hang from the gallows probably in a moment when he fucking...
Oh, God. Imagine if it was that easy to become king. It'd be great.
But, Maybe, man. We don't know.
So another criticism of Le Mans 66
Let's get back to it, man.
is that this is a film about the Ford motor car, right?
Yeah. Is Ford American?
Ford is American.
I always thought it was English. I don't know. Anyway.
No, it's American.
Yeah,
It's famously American.
I just saw it as a kid in England.
Yes.
I thought everything was English.
Everything is English.
You know
Well, to be fair, a lot of things are English.
Yeah.
Me and you.
Just about, Ben.
Most things in this room.
Just about. This giant cup of tea behind us.
I was going to say, so obviously you expect there to be lots of adverts for Ford motor car.
Yeah.
But there are adverts all the way through this movie.
Yeah.
Like, all the way. Like, there's a section where they're all drinking Thai fu tea. Is it Thai fu? Like, you remember Thai fu?
But Thai fu, of course not Thai fu.
As they're drinking it, they'll go, ooh.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. But it'd be funny.
But wait a second.
But literally,
did they make a point of it?
Adverts. No, it's just you got to pay for a film somehow.
What do you call that again? I forgot. Fucking not
advertising.
No, product placement.
Product placement.
Product placement.
There is a shitload of product placement.
I mean, it's disgusting product placement in general because I usually walk out of cinemas wanting to like fucking drink Coke.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just it does actually. No, honestly though, it fucking. I remember watching. What was it, Battleships with Rihanna or some shit?
Why the fuck did you?
I don't know why. There was a bit where like a fucking spaceship like flies through. It flies through a Subway poster. No, and I went out the cinema and I was like, I feel like a Subway. I'm so susceptible. That's why I hate advertising so much.
Sorry,
it's because I'm so susceptible.
You still didn't answer my question. Why were you watching Battleship starring Rihanna?
Oh man, I was like, I had a Cineworld pass back in like 2010, 11, 12, and I was just like, what the fuck? There's nothing to watch. So I used to just go see random films, and Battleships was one of them. I think it's Is it Battleships?
Battleships is what it's called. Let me tell you a story about Hassan and his Cineworld pass. Hassan did, in fact, have a Cineworld pass.
Did, man.
For a while.
Long while.
For a long while.
Yeah.
He once invited me to the cinema.
God, this must have been years ago.
And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll come with you to the cinema, dude. And he was like, yeah, but we can only go to this one specific cinema on the exact other side of London. I thought, well, okay. Because this man, and he didn't tell us this until we were at the cinema, has a Cineworld pass. We all still had to pay full price for this fucking shit show of a movie. I'll tell you what movie it was. It was Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
One of the worst movies in recent times.
It was alright.
It was
wasn't
awful.
It was fucking bad.
Awful.
Do you remember the Mexican guy that would like turn on fire or some shit?
What?
So,
I ate a chili. Some burritos. Was that a special power?
It was, I think. I can't remember.
That can't be true. Yes, I do remember.
Like
his wife died in a horrible explosion.
God,
in like a rain explosion.
It was such a bad film.
Oh man, I can't believe my wife died.
They should have cast you. They should have fucking. They missed the trick there, man. Fucking hell. But yeah, so Le Mans. Le Mans. Is it French for the men?
That tastes awful. I shouldn't drink that. When did you open that?
Oh my god, it could have been.
Was it in 2019?
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay.
That was, I believe, that
so
was
maybe
2 weeks ago.
maybe it was just maybe it's just in my mind. Maybe it stays fine.
That was 2 weeks. That was about
1 month ago.
When did we lose to Leicester?
About 2 weeks ago.
Or no, it might have been Wolves that we drew against.
Oh, you drank after Wolves.
Yeah, I think it was after Wolves. Yeah. Was that a month ago?
I don't know, probably. We're playing Southampton next. Anyhow.
Yeah, let's not get into
the Arsenal chat. We lost enough viewers last time.
Although we can watch that segment back and
we'll watch it back. I'll be proud of that segment as I watch it back.
Alright.
That's a callback to that segment because I was pretending to be Andy Gray. Not that you know, because you definitely didn't watch it. Because you turned that shit off, dude.
But we got your view. 3 seconds into a YouTube video, that's a view, my friend. We took it. I can't give that back.
You can't even give that back. You can't even give that back. Hope you like that advert. The film, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
Film. No, 7 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
I mean, you said it's like what? It's nothing that will last with you. Like sound like.
No, I think
Joker.
that this film was. Joker shook me.
Yeah.
And
made you question things.
And made me question why.
Why?
Even why?
Yeah.
Why watch films if you're just gonna be fucking glum? It's like watching Suicide Squad on the other side of the world because you got a cine. It's like, come down, Devon, mate. Come down, Devon. We're going to the beach. No, it's the only place for the Cineworld. There are no Cineworlds in Great Britain, man.
Yeah, they've all gone. Yeah.
They all went.
They're probably in places like Devon now.
Cineworld International.
Yeah.
But no, it was a really, honestly, recommend it. Good film.
Cool.
Good film.
Cool.
Christian Bale, most English man in history.
Matt Damon, how was he in
the
it?
most American man.
How was he in it?
What do you mean? Matt Damon's always great.
I haven't seen him in
I love Matt Damon.
a while.
I love him.
But he is always great.
He's always great.
He doesn't get enough.
Christian Bale's fairly usually great. Do you remember when he shouted at that fucking idiot sound director?
Remember when he shouted at a guy in a taxi?
Do you remember when he beat
China?
his mum and sister? He what?
Yeah.
He shouted at a man about China.
Because he got
good for you.
he got like really mad. There's like really budget camera phone footage of it, I think. And got like, because he was doing a film in China, and he got to learn about the history of China.
Yeah.
And he got really into like the role, and he ended up like fucking having a go at some randomer about like disrespecting China or so. I can't remember.
Was there a random man disrespecting China just in the street?
You know
How many times a day do you walk down the street and hear people disrespecting China?
Obviously, for Christian Bale, too many times.
Too many times. Next to 0 times. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that.
But he was in China. I can't remember. He just like there's footage of him like going mental. I think it's like the chauffeur.
A Chinese taxi driver.
Yeah, something.
Was the taxi driver Chinese?
He might have been English. I can't remember. I'm fucking. That's
Mr.
all over the
Bale.
place.
Mr. Bale, how you doing, mate? How you doing?
Hey.
What do you think about these Chinese? What do you mean?
I love them. What do you got to say? You know, because they're a bit like they're a bit boo-doo-doo. Do you want some noodles? You know what I mean? I don't want noodles. I want a curry.
Sometimes I just want a curry,
You
man.
want curry?
Fucking
Chinese.
Why would this UKIP taxi driver be
in
fucking
China?
in China, bro?
Yeah, I gotta make money on the weekend sometimes. So I do.
Yeah, it's better than staying with a wife. She's
Yeah,
better
I
than
mean,
fucking this.
Leave the kids with the wife. Come to China.
Go on to China. Get on a boat.
Make a bit of extra bit of wong, as they say. Extra bit of wong, as they say.
Is it called Wong?
In China, they call it wong. That's what I've been calling it. That's what I've been the whole time.
Sorry, mate.
4 1 for a.
4-1.
Kiddie
4-1.
pie, mate.
That won't get you far, mate. That's not going to get you far, Mr. Bale. So Christian Bale starts shouting at this guy. What's funny about Christian Bale shouting at this UK taxi driver in China is that as he was screaming at him, as his face turned red as a beetroot and spit was raining out of his mouth because of how angry he was, as angry with this taxi driver as he was with his sister and mum.
Yeah. God rest their souls.
God rest their souls. That the taxi driver, whilst driving, pulled out his camera phone and is filming Christian Bale.
Can you believe it? He's done it again. He's done it again. He's fucking
good for you. I love
it. I mean, like, the thing is that it does raise the question with method actors: is when is it too far?
Or is it too far?
Just like, well, when you're a dick to the rest of society.
But it sounds like the taxi driver that we just created is a racist.
Well,
I don't know that the real taxi driver is racist.
We are completely making this story up. I mean, it is true that I remember he did get mad, but anyway, in China. But like, I don't
even remember him being in a film in China. That doesn't mean he wasn't. He could have been in.
I'm pretty sure it was like
Matt Damon was in a film in China.
Which film was that?
The Wall.
With Tom Cruise. No, that's Last Samurai.
That's Vanilla Sky you're thinking of. I don't have a face. I don't have a face. I gotta get a face.
But what I'm saying is...
Have you seen... What do you like better, Face Off or Vanilla Sky? Which is a better film about faces being torn off?
I've not fully seen Vanilla Sky.
I don't have a face. I don't know what to do. I don't have my face. I just imagine.
With the mad
he had the
mask.
weird Tom Cruise mask on. Like his face was inside out. And he fell in love with Penelope Cruz. Do you know what? I would fall in love with Penelope Cruz even if I did have a face.
Yeah.
Imagine not having a face. You'd be like the Hunchback of Notre Dame falling in love with Esmeralda.
Did they get married?
In real life?
Yeah.
I think they did.
I remember people being like, at least she doesn't have to change her surname.
At least
but
she
she did.
Her surname.
Because
Did
it was
she?
Cruz with a Z.
She didn't actually change it though, did she?
Strong woman.
Do you know what's funny is that he forced Katie Holmes
To
give birth to a child in silence. I don't know if that's true or not.
No. Yeah.
I don't
the
know if that's true.
Scientology
I can't
way,
tell you if that's
apparently.
true.
But it's salacious.
That was slanderous.
So, but, it's probably true.
I don't have a face. I just like the voice. I just like doing the voice.
I've never seen the film.
Who's your favourite Bale? That's a scene in the film. I like... Anyway.
Definitely.
That's
I know, that's
right.
I want to chime in, but I'm like...
Tom Cruise doesn't even speak that way. It's just a
him.
funny voice. I might have to...
Oh, I see.
Might have to fucking patent that voice.
Tom Cruise hasn't yet, obviously.
Tom Cruise, it's the Tom Cruise voice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Le Mans, go see it. Run, don't walk to Le Mans 66.
Yeah, and don't travel all the way to East London.
It was Putney.
Or don't travel all the way to Southwest London just because your mate's got a Cineworld pass. Take it from me.
Well, not for Suicide Squad. For Le Mans, it's worth it.
Okay, well then, that's a good recommendation. You should write for a...
Should that be how we recommend films? Yeah. How far I would travel to watch this film?
Exactly.
Do you know what's amazing? I go to the Odeon. Mm-hmm. We're not sponsored by Odeon, but if you do want to sponsor us, I will do anything. I will do anything. The Odeon have a thing called Odeon Lux, and you can recline on the seats.
Nice.
You press the button and they recline.
That's nice. You know what I like is electric cinema.
Why?
Electric cinema. When you have like full on like sofas.
Sofa. Can you recline?
No. Then it ain't fine.
Get out of here.
Then it ain't fine. If you can't recline, it ain't fine.
Yeah.
There's beds as well. Beds? And I'm like, surely the beds...
I would fall asleep.
No, but surely they're encouraging certain behaviour.
Don't know what behaviour you're on about. I watched the movie.
All right, then. Maybe you should just, fucking get some pussy, man. Maybe that's what you're lacking.
Anyway.
Sorry, man. I'm one wine in.
I'm one wine in. 2/3 of a wine in. So in the news this week, there's been lots of great news. My favourite story is that scientists have finally figured out what we need and want. Forget cures for cancer. Scientists have found a way to make the toilet bowl slippery so that when you take a shit, it does not stick to the seat. The toilet brush manufacturers of the world are shaking! They are shaking in their boots, sir! They do not know what to do because toilet seat brushes, stocks for toilet seat brushes today plummeted because they are making sticky smooth toilets.
Slippery toilets.
Slippery toilets. So your poo-poo does not stick to it.
Okay, so we got the bowl here.
Yeah.
Alright, we're looking bird's eye down.
Bird's eye view on the
So this is the bowl.
Don't please, when you're editing this, do not put poo in the seat unless it's clearly... Make it the emoji poo because because people, I will turn off.
It's got to have a happy face on the poo. So you got the bowl here and the back of the bowl here.
Sure.
What are you talking? Are you talking about the seat, like the actual, like the thing that you pop down, or are you talking about inside the bowl? Or are you talking about all the bit in between the seat and the bowl?
Let me ask you a question. When you shit in the toilet, do you get shit on the toilet seat.
This is what I'm asking you, my friend.
So let
I'm
me.
getting scared. I'm getting scared here.
Let me tell you, audience. This is not the first time I've talked to Hassan about shitting on the toilet and getting shit on the back of the toilet seat, on the back of the toilet. Apparently, Hassan has never done that. He says he has mastered a technique to shitting in a toilet without ever, not even one time in his entire life, shitting and getting toilet down the bowl.
When you say, what are you saying? Are you saying the seat?
And I'll explain it to you later, I promise.
Are you saying the seat or are you saying the bowl?
Man, you don't. When you shit in a toilet,
Yeah.
you don't get shit on the toilet seat.
I never.
Because if you're shitting on the no one does.
No one does.
Because if you're shitting on
Thank God.
if you're shitting
I
on the
thought I was
toilet
missing
seat,
like a cultural thing.
if you're shitting on the toilet seat,
something's wrong
then
with
you
your
are
toilet.
doing it wrong.
Or you're doing it
or
wrong.
you are doing it
Yeah.
wrong. More likely
than the toilet seat.
When you shit, I'm so sorry.
No, but
when you poo,
I do sometimes poo, and my poo sometimes fucked up. It sometimes does hit the bowl. Sometimes
hits the bowl.
Sometimes, but I usually, you move a little bit forward. You make sure there's a plot.
Revolutionary technique.
Move forward.
Hassan Al-Khali, tried and tested, never shat once and had to clean it up. Just moves his bum forward.
Move your bum forward. Make sure there's a plop, and then you're good to go.
If there's no plop, then stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
I like that.
If there's a plop in the water, then
slaughter.
Then you are slaughtering it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that's our slaughter.
We'll work on it. We'll work on that.
We've only just started. Honestly, so anyway, the news is that they've invented a slippery base so that if you manage to take a poo and it does hit the bowl, there will no longer be any pebble dashes, there won't be any skids, there won't be any brown friends, you won't have any chocolate stains on the inside of your toilet anymore.
Thank God.
How do you feel about that, Hassan?
Oh, I think...
Hassan, you live in a flat share with all men.
Yes, so...
You live in a hostel with all men.
That's a very good point.
You live in a battered women shelter, but for the men who batter those women... You live in a jail, so these men must treat the toilet with callous disregard.
No, but
with the disregard they showed their ex-fiancés.
If you've ever been in a jail, like me and Ben have actually been in jail before, and if you remember Ben, we're not joking. We've actually, me and Ben spent hard time. They had to take our shoelaces off us. And they gave us really bad tea with the tea bag still inside.
Do you know what's funny is that they took your shoelaces off you and then gave them to me. It was weird. It was like just make it quick. Just make it quick. Make it quick. They gave me and a length of rope. Anyway.
So they if you remember in jail, like I am now currently in jail, they had the aluminium toilets. If you remember, so it was always sliding off. And they also... You know what was mad about those?
So is that? Do you think the scientists are just lying? And
they're just invented aluminium toilets.
Cold aluminium.
Do you remember what was fucked up about the bowl?
Yeah.
It was like it had like a really tiny water bit.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like like other toilets they have like a big nice like fucking water hole at the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah.
In jail they were like small. They were like lit like golf ball size.
Oh yeah.
And that scared me.
Were you taking a poo?
No, because I was a bit like, if you take a poo...
I'm scared.
Yeah.
They've got your DNA, don't they?
I was like, that's weird. You can't like properly take a poo. And
certainly not comfortably.
I mean, the thing is, there's a camera watching you as well, so... I literally... Jail was weird, man.
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was we were in there for what, like 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours? I can't remember. It wasn't long.
Slippery poo. What I find funny about slippery poo
is just saying it.
Sometimes
just saying it is just get you sniggering. You know what I mean? Just. Yeah. Oh. What do you find funny about slippery poo? Is it that you can't keep hold of it? Falls into someone's fucking British mug of tea. He's like, whoa. shit. But it's like when it drops in the tea, you just stay silent. You're like, better not say anything.
I'm sure there's a film when that happens. Anyway, so next in the news is a baby-faced thug is spending Christmas in jail. This is reported, no doubt, by The Sun.
Is that Babyface, the fictitious character from the Grime?
From the movie Babyface?
From the Grime DVD that we made about fucking grime rappers.
I don't remember.
Sammy Essegir's Babyface, the rapper, yeah. Is that who we're talking about?
No!
It's just a plug for
other Don Folasko things.
Other Don Folasko stuff.
My favourite scenes are the ones that I'm in.
Yeah. No, mine are, funnily enough, the ones that I'm in.
Oh, really?
So it's...
Those are my least favourite scenes.
I was going to say the same about your scenes as well, you know, but I thought I'd be a nice guy, you know. But yeah.
Anyway, so a babyface thug who terrorised Burger King. Let's not put his picture up because he's only 14. Although The Sun have put his picture up with they do not give a shit about this kid's life.
We'll see.
14-year-old boy has been put in jail over Christmas because he was
Christmas
because he was being a thug in Burger King.
Oh.
And I feel like that is the funniest. Is that how they punish? That's how they should punish all criminals, with the funniest possible, like,
no Christmas for you.
No Christmas for you. But like a kid, right? And they're taking away Christmas from him. That's funny.
But he might not even, he might be agnostic or atheist, man. He might not even care. It's 21st century, man. Christmas might be just like a fucking, just another day.
I hadn't even considered that.
It's just a day where Burger King's closed. For this kid. Man, fucking hell, what did he do?
It didn't say. Do you know what's funny? Is it didn't. I read the article. It didn't say what he did.
It was just like more about in defense of him being like, how could he?
They were
slandering.
They were slamming this kid. This kid, according to the Sun newspaper, deserves to be in prison. But they did not say what he did. But they did show his face and picture. What's funny is that the court decided that that they would allow publishing his face and name. So that's how much of a dickhead he must have been. But like, when a 16-year-old murders people, they don't publish his face and name.
Yeah.
But when a 14-year-old's a dickhead in Burger King, you better believe he's publishing his name.
What did he do?
What could he have done?
I think...
We can only speculate.
Jizz in the oil.
Oh, I hope he didn't do any jizz.
Jizz in the oil.
I was going to say fireworks.
Fireworks in the oil?
In the...
Blown up the whole fucking thing.
Oh my god. Well, then, yeah, he
that
deserves to be in jail.
Yeah.
But imagine he's just in jail for Christmas Day. Imagine they come to his house on Christmas Eve.
It's got to be something...
Santa's not visiting you.
Yeah. He's like, why?
Why?
I love Christmas. Why, Mr. Officer?
Why, Mr. Officer? They should take kids to jail over...
New Year's?
Their birthdays.
When's your... I'm sentencing you to jail during your birthday.
Birthday in jail!
You will get severe birthday beats. They will be the worst birthday beats of your life. With bars of soap.
What?
And fucking wrapped in towels. That'd be fucked, man. Imagine 14-year-old birthday beats in jail, bro.
Code red.
Because, like, in school, birthday beats were, like, fucking...
They're bad enough.
They were fucked, man. And in jail, they must be, like... You might get, like, 14 fucking... Shivs. You know?
But in jail, if you kill the king, you do become the king.
That's true. We've been in jail,
We
know.
My shiv... And Hassan, me and Hassan have
we
a
combine
shiv
shivs.
fight. Honestly, yeah. I have the power.
Then we fucking shiv the head of the jail.
Imagine like the Power Ranger shiv. You join forces and you just
fucking guys is there like I can't compete. Fucking dead. Dude, we ran that jail after shiving that fucking guy.
Oh man, we shivved the hell out of that guy.
What was his name? Marcus or whatever.
Marcus DeBronco.
Marcus DeBronco.
From Baltimore.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry.
This kid is in jail.
So they
behind bars.
So they didn't. This is so confusing.
So funny, yeah.
They didn't
say what he did. Did say that. Did show his face. Well, so they said that he was. A court order had ordered him to go to school.
Okay.
But
prior
he
to
was
this.
found not in school.
Prior to this. Okay.
But you don't get sent to prison for not going to school.
I mean, it's
Maybe I just didn't read
violation.
the article. Maybe I just read the headline.
It's a violation, is it not?
It is a violation.
It's a parole violation.
Apparently.
Gotta go school.
Gotta go jail.
Gotta go jail now. Yeah, no, that's crazy, man. I mean, well, look, kid, if you're listening, fuck you.
Fuck you, kid.
Burger King is a respectable establishment.
I hope you're listening to this on Christmas Day. And while we're opening gifts, you'll know that fucking never the fuck with the king and don't come at the king unless you got a fucking big boy shiv in jail.
Oh, we're teaching him some lessons here, to be
no,
honest.
we
we shouldn't really teach him that.
Well, you should have gone to school, mate, if you wanted to learn lessons.
Although jail is going to teach him some real shit.
Jail's going to teach him some lessons. Should we go to the viewer mail?
Yeah, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Man. Yeah.
Okay, so these fine people emailed us at don.folasko@gmail.com.
We keep fucking forgetting at the beginning to plug everything. Probably people don't get this far, maybe. I don't know. Maybe,
Why wouldn't they get this far?
Oh, no. Thanks for staying here, you know. I'm not saying in the future you should probably leave. Stay with us. But I'm saying we should have said at the beginning.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Read
your comments. Read your comments out. Yeah.
So welcome back. We've had some technical issues at Don Folasko TV.
But we made it.
Hassan was chatting shit anyway. What did you say? Rape babies. You can email us at don.folasko@gmail.com. You know who got convicted of that?
Who?
Was the guy who used to sing for that band, Lost Prophets.
What?
Do you remember the band Lost Prophets?
Well, you fucking rape baby.
No, he wanted to. It's not funny. He was paying a woman to allow him to sleep with her baby. Baby.
Sleep as in what? Good sleep or bad sleep?
No, bad sleep. Yeah, it really makes their songs. Really paints their songs in a bad way. Imagine the rest of that band. Lives ruined by that.
Yeah, man.
Imagine that fucking baby. Mum also got arrested. But it never happened. I hope.
What? I can't tell if you're joking anymore, Ben.
Max Stockton emails us. Max Stockton, one of our own. He sent us an email today.
Max.
How you
doing,
can email us at don.folasko@gmail.com. You can leave a comment in our last podcast, or you can tweet at us at Don Folasko. Whatever you want to do, baby. We don't judge you. Max Stockton got in touch with us today.
Thanks, Max.
Today, I was in line for the self-service at Tesco's buying a meal deal.
Annoying always.
I was thinking so much about suicide that I hadn't noticed a till was free. When will Tesco's learn there has to be a counter supervisor? So have you ever been in this situation? You're thinking so deeply about suicide that you don't notice a till is free. What had happened was there was a queue behind me and everything. Sorry, I'm not Max.
Wait, really?
I'm not Max.
That just completely threw me off. Fuck it up. Well, I've been in a situation where I've been seeing that one's been free, but I've been waiting for the till operator to be like, yo, this is a free one. So I stand there like a knob.
Why do you do that? Why don't you just go to it?
Because I've learned from past mistakes. You know? When you do that, sometimes you go and it's not actually free. There's something wrong with the machine.
Yeah.
But then the guy behind you, he's already getting beckoned by the fucking till guy to come to the proper one.
Oh.
And then you go back and you're like, dude, it wasn't free.
That upsets
me. And then the guy's like, well, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, that upsets me.
This is the thing, is that England, we're great with laws, man. But the lawless parts of England People.
That's what we need. Regulation.
We need more. I'm screaming for more regulation, more laws. We need even more laws than there are now.
Certainly, self-service tills need to be regulated. Self-service tills are the wild west of shopping in supermarkets.
You could just push an old lady over and scan your own items,
mate.
Have you done that?
I've scanned sweet potatoes
and
as regular potatoes.
Genius.
Because the kilogram price of a sweet potato is almost double that of a normal potato.
Wait, so why would you scan something that's more expensive?
I scan it as a potato. I made that very clear.
I don't know.
Even if you weren't following the story, you probably could have
guessed. But I thought maybe you did. Maybe you were like trying to give to the big corporation.
I need to give back to the big corporation.
You know what I mean? They've done so much for mine and my mum's life. You know, it's great what they do.
My mum worked every day at Tesco.
Do you know what I mean? But like, I think going back to Max's question, I think you need help, Max. And
you think I need?
No.
Not me.
Max needs help.
Max,
you're fine.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Max needs help.
Max needs help. Why do you think he needs help?
Well, I think, if you're having thoughts about ending your life early, then...
Especially when you're in the fucking line at Tesco's, because there are people behind you that want to line up, and they will get very mad at you if you are not going straight to that till.
Like me.
Because you're thinking about fucking suicide.
Yeah. Think about me.
Think about Has.
When you're thinking of suicide, think about me.
Yeah. How upsetting is that?
I want to fucking get my meal deal. Go.
Do you know what meal deal I had today?
Go.
Do you know what meal deal I had today?
Yeah.
I mixed it up a bit. Mixed it up a bit.
Do you put the what's-its in the... Is that what you're going to say?
No, I bought... instead of the usual sandwich, crisp, drink combination...
I know what you're going to say.
I got sushi.
You can get sushi?
Egg. Boiled egg.
You weren't in a Tesco's, my friend.
I was in a Tesco's, swear to God.
Fucking...
Sushi, boiled egg,
shit,
drink combination. £3.
I thought you were going to say you got a sandwich, packet of crisps, and like a fruit. I can't...
No.
You can get a fruit.
No.
So what I do, I'm such a cheap bastard.
Yeah.
When I go to Tesco's at Sainsbury's, I try and see what has the most value.
Today, I actually had 2 meal deals. One during lunch and then one after lunch. One of them went down because I don't have time to eat dinner. I don't have time to eat dinner. I'm here. I'm here recording.
I've had 2 meal deals before. It's fucking...
I got it £6. I was like, wow, that's a record. £6.
£6 though.
£6 down to 3.
That's fucking good.
Anyhow, next email is from... And remember, john.folasko@gmail.com is from Tracy Stalebread.
Very real name.
It's incredible.
Of the stale bread lineage. It was like back in the 1600s. It would be like, or you tell what a person would do or what they were from their surname.
That name is incredibly real. No one would make a name that.
Stale breads.
Stale breads. So this is our new segment at Dear Hassan. So people write into Hassan.
Brand new segment.
Brand new segment. People write into Hassan and they ask him for relationship advice. This woman emailed us at don.folasko.com. If you put in the subject line Dear Hassan, we'll know that you want relationship advice from Hassan Al-Khali.
Dick pics. Welcome. No, they're not. But
I was about to say that.
I got worried for a second. I was like, I know how quick men are with their fucking throw a dick pic right at you.
They have stopped.
Shit here.
They have stopped the video to. I missed out that was a joke part specifically to send a dick pic to you now, Hassan.
Exactly.
Luckily, our 16-year-old intern runs the.
She'll have a big, nice surprise for her.
Oh, God. Don't tell it's a woman. Anyway, Dear Hassan, I have been in a relationship with my fiancé for 6 years. I am in love with him and have been since the day I met him. We have 2 beautiful children named Terry and Ezekiel.
I'm not laughing at that name, but
Anyway, honestly, I want for nothing. Everything my fiance everything I want, my fiance provides for me, and everything he wants, I try to provide for him. Last week, I accidentally cheated on him with 6 men. Now, I'm pregnant because I don't believe in condoms. Anyway, I thought you couldn't get pregnant if you vomit when you come. My husband is delighted to have a 3rd child on the way, but I don't know what to do. Should I tell him? Hassan, I am stuck. Please help me.
Should I tell him?
Should I tell him? So this woman, this Tracy Stalebread, loves her husband, loves her life, but accidentally slept with 6 men in a week and is now pregnant. What do you think? Tell us what we should do.
I don't think it's that by accident if you sleep with 6 men in a week. I think there's definitely something going on there.
You think that, well, she does say, my husband never compliments me. Do you think that she's bitter about that?
Probably is, yeah, it sounds like
my fiance, sorry.
But I think...
She didn't actually write that, I added that.
I think... Oh, sure, so she did, so, I mean, regardless, she's...
The rest of it's true, definitely true.
It's pretty evident that she's in a relationship that's not loving.
Do you think so?
I mean, if you're gonna... 2
children, been together 6 years.
But, yeah, no, but the thing is that, I mean, there's a difference between love and lust. And I think, I'll take back the loving thing. I think, like, you know, maybe the lust has gone. And you found it in 6 other dicks. You know? 6 dicks. And...
Which was my favourite game growing up.
It was a good one. But the game, but she obviously liked that game more than you, Ben, because she went in a week. She fucking
6 dicks.
6 dicks.
Say that. Even 6 days in a week.
Say that 6 times fast. It's not even yet. It's just about 6 days in a week.
Well, even God needed a day to rest, you know.
Good for her.
Good.
So, I think first things first is you shouldn't tell him.
You don't think so?
Shouldn't tell him because. Obviously, you're not a good enough mum to raise these kids on your own.
Certainly not without them being taken into care.
And if you do this on your own, which you would have to if you told him that you slept with 6 dicks, and one of the dicks impregnated you.
Maybe you're 6.
Maybe it's all 6.
Like in, do you remember the film...
The Fly.
Twins.
Yeah, maybe it is like that. The most inaccurate film ever.
The woman got impregnated by the world's best men.
And then the world's shittest man.
How did they do? No.
Yeah, I know.
How did they work that science out? How did they? Scientists
Arnold Schwarzenegger's a genius in that film, isn't
he? They meddled with God in that film. They took semen from 6 men and combined them and then injected them into a woman. And they expect us to not believe that it was just some awful genius gangbang?
I say wait for the baby to come out.
Because it might be a fucking it might be Arnold Schwarzenegger from Twins.
Or if
it's a Danny DeVito from Twins.
He's a funny guy. He's a funny
guy.
So at least even if he is a Danny DeVito, you have some laughs. You know what I mean? Placing items on the shelf a bit too high for him.
So you're saying keep the baby.
Keep the baby.
Tell the husband?
Keep the husband. Don't tell the husband because you'll lose the husband and then you'll definitely not be able to rear.
You'll lose the children.
You'll lose the children.
But if she gets an Arnold Schwarzenegger child out of it...
Then let the Arnold Schwarzenegger child raise himself.
Yeah.
Like a kind of like... And then you can... So that's what I'm saying. Give it 5... I mean, like, you fucked up, so you got to imprison yourself for the next 5 years. Give it 5 years. See if it's an Arnie baby. If it's an Arnie baby, then you're good to go.
Then we're all winners.
Then you're good to go.
The world is a winner.
Let the husband go. Baby does its own thing. You can 6 dicks every week after that.
It's a DeVito baby?
Let's not go there.
Okay.
Then you're really stuck, if it's a DeVito baby. I mean, maybe try and get him to be in acting, like Danny DeVito. Maybe like read up on Danny DeVito's
Yeah.
biography.
Yeah.
See everything Danny DeVito did, and try and as close as you can mimic his exact history, and then maybe the baby will come out as Danny DeVito baby.
Safest bet is that you get him into acting.
Yeah, and producing, because that's what Danny DeVito does.
He's
now.
a famous producer.
Yeah. So.
Okay, right. I think we cracked it. And actually, that's our show for the week.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh wait, that's a Bill Burr thing. Go love yourself.
Go be mates with yourself. I've been Ben Mansour.
I've been Hassan Al-Kholi.
And this was the week that was.